I know that I ain't BSing you or playing a character. Like I'm just like when you start realizing your own self worth, right? And
You change
and
your ringtone.
right
Common. Yeah, of course.
and you're just like you just realize your own self worth and realize, especially your friends who complain about going live, that you just don't care. You know, you you make suggestions, and if people like it, and then they in turn don't like it, well, eggs on their face then, right?
All over their face.
Hello, and thank you very much for downloading this most recent episode of Movie Guys Podcast. You can download many more episodes at movieguyspodcast.podbean.com.
I want to apologize right off the bat. You're probably going to hear a lot of laughing from me. I can't speak for Eric, but tonight I'm going to introduce a brand new popcorn rating for this kind of movie. Tonight we're talking about Bad Boys, Ride or Die. Hate the title. Eric, how the hell you doing?
Excited to hear about this new popcorn system that you have here. Now, we're not doing revamping the system. You're just introducing a new
Right.
tier here, right?
Yeah, something just like our bag of kernels, something that won't come around that often, right? Maybe once or twice a year, if that. But do you want me to explain to the people what it is?
Go ahead. Go ahead.
It's a bag of butter, bag of melted butter.
And what is this bag of melted butter?
Nice. The bag of melted butter is just simply, this is horrible for you. You should not eat it. You will get diabetes instantly. But my God, you can't stop licking your fingers. You're enjoying every single bit of it. That's Bad Boys 4. I'm showing my hand right now. This movie for me is a bag of butter. I was laughing from the beginning to the end. This movie is stupid.
Yep.
This is a bad, bad, bad movie. This is a bad movie.
Now, originally, I didn't think that we were going to be using this system as you presented it to me, or that rating. But then I thought, you know what? We might be able to use a lot of. Okay, so all the Fast and Furiouses are going to be that from here on out.
Maybe
Because
though.
no, I don't see Fast and Furious redeeming itself in terms of quality. Like if Fast X 2 ever does decide to come out, I don't even know where they're you're to get me all charged up.
Well, here, how about this? I'll help you. You objectively do enjoy the Fast and Furious movies.
Yeah, I enjoy them very
I,
much.
the bag of butter, I'm not enjoying it. Like I can see that this movie's horrible. I'm enjoying the laughter watching this movie, just because how ridiculous it is.
I guess that's
Like,
kind of one and the same, but I get what you mean. Well, hopefully we can save that popcorn rating for when if we review Twisters, because that is going to be one of the that
that's
is.
that's on our schedule. I mean, I'm excited for Twisters. That's on our schedule. But
Hey,
yeah,
listen,
Bad
we
Boys.
get something out of it. Sarah and I have a nice little handshake that we do because of it. Yeah,
Oh, is that the thing?
yeah.
Nice. Yeah, that was good. I enjoyed that. No, dude. 4 years ago, can you believe that? 4 years ago, the second to last movie that we saw in theaters before COVID was Bad Boys 3. It
Oh, jeez. I
was the last movie.
I'm not gonna lie. I forgot everything that happened in Bad Boys 3.
Oh, me too. I didn't even watch it to prepare for this. I just watched 1 and 2. The 3 doesn't happen. I mean, oof, 3's not even that's a kernel. We didn't have kernels back then.
No, no, exactly. So off the bat, this movie fails in its name, right? Because
Right.
Bad Boys 3 was Bad Boys for Life. And it's the third movie. It's just like, oh, God. Bad Boys Ride or Die should have been number 3. And then Bad Boys for Life, the fourth movie, should have been, like, incorrectly, right? In sequence.
We can see the poster. A big, gigantic 4 right in the center. Right? You know what I mean? Like the marketing is there for a bag of butter. Remember I complained 4 years ago. I was angry.
Oh,
It's
yeah.
like, why is this called For Life? That should be the fourth one. Yeah, this movie is I'm giving the movie the bag of butter just simply because of this review of it. It's just crazy. Okay, so I went back and watched the first one after this, and the first movie takes itself super, super serial.
Yeah, I'm sure it
I mean,
does.
Michael Bay, Martin Lawrence, Will Smith, even the bad guy, were all like, we're making the new Lethal Weapon here. Like,
Yes.
we're making art.
Yeah.
And good for them. I mean, the first movie, not a cult hit because it was successful. I mean, I enjoyed the first movie for what. First movie goes in the same category as The Rock, Armageddon. I know Michael Bay films, but it goes into those fun action movies, right?
No, those first two movies did very well.
I was a big fan of the sequel. I saw the sequel in theaters. I enjoyed the hell out of it. It had a great theme song with Nelly, Shake Your Tail Feather. We got introduced to Reggie in that movie, who's back in this movie. Like,
It
that was fun.
it was a fine mix of Lethal Weapon and Beverly Hills Cop.
Absolutely. The sequel was what it was. And I find myself going back once every 5, 6 years. Like,
Because they had some great bits in those movies.
yeah, Martin Lawrence high on ecstasy and
Yeah, or is that the one where who's the son-in-law? Reggie?
uh-huh.
You look damn near 30.
That's what I was saying. Reggie's back in this movie, played by the same guy,
Yeah. So I thought,
right?
yeah, a lot of fun stuff. Quote in that movie. I'm Mike Lowry. It's Woosa.
And Wusa got introduced, and we still say Wusa nowadays, right? But then 20 years later, not 20 years, it took 17, I think, because the sequel came out in '03. So in 20, when the new one came out, yeah, so like 17 years later, we get Bad Boys 3. And all I remember from Bad Boys 3, which they bring it up for a second in this, is in between Bad Boys 2 and 3, Will Smith slept with a witch
Yeah,
and somehow has a son.
has a son, a
That's
very
it.
Latin-looking son,
Yeah, it doesn't
who,
look nothing
who
like it.
somehow looks older than him at some parts.
Right. I'm just terrible. But this movie is a bag of butter because right off the bat, we get Martin Lawrence getting sick in the Porsche because Mike Lowry is going super duper fast on the Miami Strip, right? Like, oh, antics, right? And then Martin Lawrence, this is where I know the movie's bad. Martin Lawrence like, I need some ginger ale to settle my stomach. That's such an old man thing to say.
I got
And then
ginger ale in the fridge, bud.
I love ginger ale, but then me and Verner's. But what does he do? He goes inside a convenience store. He gets ginger ale, but then he has to get Skittles and he has to get a hot dog. And I'm like, he's not feeling good, and he's getting all these snacks. I wonder if there's something wrong with his health. Just a thought, because they have to go that route, right? And
Yeah.
sure enough, Martin Lawrence at Mike Lowry's wedding has a heart attack. Was this girlfriend of Will Smith in the movie? Were they dating in the third movie? I
Don't ask me these questions. I don't.
Okay. Okay.
I know we're the movie guys, but geez, did I forget everything after watching Bad Boys 3 and 4. Immediately after watching them. I remember a few things, but for the most part everything else is just
It, all the plot says is 4 years after the last movie, Mike Lowry marries his physical therapist.
all of it just every single one of these movies, 1, 2, 3 and now 4. I feel like you could start them all at the same time. Although this movie is the shortest one out of all of the 4. But you could start them all at the same time, and I feels like it would just kind of be the same thing. Like there was a meme 10 something years ago where somebody took like 15 different country albums and played them from start to finish, and you could see it in the track and the spikes and the volumes that everything was just the same. And
Cookie cutter.
yeah, I feel like this is just that kind of the same part of the movie.
Absolutely. Right? Because it says here, like 4 years later, physical therapist. I don't remember her at all. So Mike Lowry, I don't like this. This is ridiculous, right? So Will Smith's character is supposed to be the swinging bachelor. Nobody can ever hold him down. He's like the James Bond of the franchise, right? Every new movie gets a new girl. That's what's been happening, these movies.
Yeah, that's right.
but he's going to settle down. And as soon as he settles down, he completely forgets he has a wife. Non-existent. In the rest of the movie, he gets married, and she's in danger for 15 minutes at the end. That's it.
Yeah, that's
Right?
that's about it. And yeah, as I see that she's not in the third one. So
No, she's not. I didn't think she was. So they're just going to shoehorn that he's getting married to some woman who, you know, we don't even know where it would make more sense if he would get married to, Marcus's sister.
yeah, well, I think he even says that as the best man at their wedding.
Mm-hmm.
I would have loved
Right.
you, man. I would have been okay with that. But then they also go on to say that his real soulmate is Marcus, and
Right.
their souls are bound for each other,
Right.
man. You got the weak soul, I got the strong soul. You used to be a donkey, and I was your handler.
It would have been funny, though, if he was saying that to Eddie Murphy.
So it's funny that you say that. You're right. That would have been funny about that, or even Chris Rock. But
Oh,
I
that's right, Chris. Yeah.
I was thought about it. Really, I did, because I feel that, and I agree with you that this movie was fun. It's just a kind of silly movie that is, you throw it on a Friday night, little date movie kind of a thing, because it's high action, but there are a lot of silly parts in it too. I feel that this movie is pure action comedy, whereas a movie like Axel F that we've done earlier this year is comedy action. And do you know what I mean by, if you get my drift here, where
Yes.
this is a lot more of the action, and it gives you that palate cleanser in between with these dumb little jokes and these callbacks and these run-ons that continue on throughout the movie, but still it stays high action packed. Whereas something like Axel F, where a lot of the appeal is the comedy and the charm of Eddie Murphy, and then it just
Right.
happens to be like a shootout. So
It has to be antics. Well, like the third movie was so bad, I completely forgot what what this whole movie centered around. That Captain Howard gets murdered in the third movie.
yeah, yeah,
I completely forgot about that. And then he got murdered. I forgot about this by Mike Lowry's son, by a sniper.
yep.
Forgot all about that.
Who is now who was a bad guy at the start of this movie and now is a good guy at the end of the movie. Can I just say that because of this, and we'll get into it, but it should have been Bad Boys for Life as the fourth one, because that it would have really set into pattern this becoming a Fast and Furious.
Right. Yeah. I mean, like it's already there, right? Because we get Marcus waking. Oh my God! Like Marcus goes into like this slumber. He meets Captain Howard. He wakes up. His butt cheeks are showing. He's on top of the roof, and he can't die. He has an epiphany that he
He has
can't
this
die.
near-death out-of-body experience where
Right. Oh my God.
he sees
And
Joey Pants, Joe Pantoliano, and gives him some life advice.
I'm going to dig really deep on this one, but every time I see Captain Howard, I just want him to say the line, "Ignorance is bliss."
I know that this steak is not real.
Thank you. See, this is why. This is you're my lobster. This is why. I mean, yeah.
I
So
want a
had
nice
no-
place, just
Yeah. Yeah. So all of a sudden, Captain Howard is getting, who's dead in this movie, is flagged of being in cahoots with the cartel. This movie's amazing, right? So we get the main bad guy, who looks like I've seen this guy before. Where have I seen this guy before?
which main bad guy?
The bad guy who gets killed at the end, the blonde guy.
Grey's Anatomy.
Oh, is he McDreamy? No,
Uh,
he's not. No, he's not. No, wait. He's McSteamy.
McSteamy.
He's McSteamy.
Yes.
That's what's his name? Alexander Ludwig. Is that it?
Dr. Mark Sloan.
No, the real name.
Eric Dane.
Eric Dane. Okay, so Eric Dane's the bad guy in this. I think he's a very good bad guy. What I like about Eric Dane is that we get an introduction to him, right? This makes me realize that we're in some crap. He flies in helicopter style on top of this penthouse on a roof, right? And he meets, I don't know, some politician, some pimp, some guy in a Hugh Hefner robe, right? Who cares?
He's a cartel banker, financier, or whatever.
You know more than me. It doesn't matter at this point. You know what I mean? Like,
I was half paying attention to this movie, and I feel like I was able to absorb more than, than you.
But I did like the part, where he randomly shoots the guy, and like he doesn't kill the girlfriend right away. I felt bad for her, right? Because she sits on his lap, on McStreamy's lap. He just puts the gun right up to the below her chin there. Oh, that was great. I love the setup, right? And then the setup is Captain Howard, who is dead, has been secretly, quote unquote, dealing with the cartel. That's it. So what is McSteamy's plot? I'm trying to read it up here. So he's an ex-military guy?
Yeah.
Is that his he's ex-military. No. He's a former Army Ranger turned DEA agent. While undercover, McGrath got captured by the cartel and was tortured until he gave up his associates who've been working with him.
That's right.
That's it? So then he sends his men to get Marcus's family? But okay.
Yeah.
Why?
Yeah.
It just says right there, former Army Ranger turned DEA agent. While undercover, McGrath got captured by the cartel and was tortured until he gave up his associates. And he's been working with the cartel ever since. So he gets captured by the cartel, and they're like, tell us who you worked for. And he's like, no. And they're like, tell us who you work for. He's like, okay. And then they're like, great, you work for us now?
Yeah, I think...
That's weird.
Well, because I think this was set up at the end when we find out the second bad guy, which is the mayoral candidate Lockwood.
You knew he was bad.
The same way that you knew Kevin Bacon was bad in Axel F. The way they introduce him, sharp-looking man, and you're like, oh, he's familiar. I know who that is. And she's like, well, he's going to be the bad at the end.
You know what?
I remember him from Fantastic Four.
Yeah, he was Mr. Fantastic.
Yeah, he's been in a lot of other movies since then, of course, but...
you know why you and I always suspect the mayor's the bad guy?
Because he always is?
Because of Action League Now.
Yeah?
I mean, the mayor's... And plus, was it Will Smith or was it Marcus that said, oh, I like you, I'm going to vote for you? And I was like, nope, he's the bad guy.
Yep, yeah. No, it was pretty obvious, but I'm pretty sure that at the end he was talking about how after 9/11, right, there was this big need for like defense or like protection or something like that, and he went to the cartels. Hold on, let me look it up.
I'm looking it up right now. It doesn't say that.
I'm pretty sure
that's interesting.
Fired by alligator, Lockwood is bait. Yeah, let's scroll up here.
I'm saying that
something. It was something like that where I thought the mayor basically contracted the cartel's help and also McGrath's help, and they just kind of got a little ahead of themselves.
So why would McGrath and the cartel care about Captain Howard? Just so they can have a fall guy?
He was on the hit list, right? Or his other hit list, or...
Because Captain Howard was starting to somehow, with all the shenanigans going on, he's been on this case for like 7 years, right?
Yeah, buddy, you're right, and I feel like this is nuts. I just watched the movie today, and we're still questioning about all this. But so again, it goes to show you that it feels like they made this movie first, and then they thought about the story second. They're just like,
right.
Oh well, what about this? I'm like, throw a few one-liners in there.
Yeah, we're gonna have a plane crash later, right? So
helicopter.
We also, so we go back to Armando, which is a terrible name. Armando's in prison, and there's an assassination attempt against him, and this guy, screw Armando. I'm gonna completely jump from the beginning to the end real quick. Armando was in prison And he has like 10, 12 guys come up to him, and he kicks the crap out of all of them. But
Yep.
then in this movie, this dude's limping because he gets shot and stabbed
Yep.
by two random nobodies. And it's like, wait a minute. An hour ago, you were Ramboing it in prison.
Yeah. What was that? That reminds me of that Chris Hemsworth movie. Was it the
Extraction.
Extraction 2?
That would have been a bag of butter right there.
Where yes, you're right actually. Where dude fights 20, 50 guys, no problem, and then the next scene he forgets to turn around even though he was doing everything behind his back just a moment ago, and that's when a flesh wound.
They're bringing a lot back from the sequel. So they bring back Reggie, same actor in this, who was an ex-Marine now. That's funny, haha. You know, we don't know. I mean, he's married to Marcus's daughter. That's great. But then we also bring back to Fletcher, that tall son of a gun who was in prison in the second movie.
That's John Sally.
Right, but
I get you.
John Sally, who was this computer hacker in the sequel, in the second movie, he comes back and he's found Jesus again, or he's doing something to where he has like this supposed art studio, and this is where it gets really bad. Really bad. Okay. I'm gonna go a little long, but bear with me. We can only base this off of what we know and what we've seen. Captain Howard, to me, is a guy that doesn't like the internet. Is a guy who still has a Razor phone.
Yeah.
Is a guy who reminds me exactly of Bill Burr, who just wants to watch his football games, stop talking to me, just yelling constantly kind of guy.
Yeah, exactly. Happy and they're complaining.
Are you going to tell me that this guy secretly has a QR code in Fletcher's art studio and somehow Will Smith and Martin Lawrence is supposed to know this because he gives them a secret code to figure this out?
He entrusted it to Fletcher, and then Fletcher put it in his artwork and was trying to tell them about it. And he was trying
That's
to do that.
stupid.
Yeah, that's the one stupid thing about this movie. Yeah.
Eric, if I were ever to be assassinated and I secretly recorded a video, I would not give you anecdotes about who did it. I would just look at you and go, it's that guy.
Well, then I wouldn't put it in a QR code on an art display and then display it in front of a gallery to hundreds of people. Well, it's just like if you see a QR code, somebody's going to take a picture of that. No, it's not going to be the right people. It's going to be everybody. You're telling me like as a casual, I'm going to walk by and just see it was in a flashing right, like a flashing kind of a montage of a little art graphics. You're telling me that, yeah, exactly. As a viewer who's just an art going kind of lover, I'm going to see that and just, we'll see what this is all about. Whoa, honey, you just say, look at this. This guy drinking on camera talking about how, well, you guys are the right guys. The cartel's trying to kill me. Just like, oh, wow, man, this art really goes deep.
I don't understand. Okay, so I want to understand something real quick about technology. From what I understand, QR codes came out years ago and nobody liked it, but now they love it. And QR codes, for the most part, just take you to the company's websites, right? To like do a quick grab and here's a QR code, or create a schedule, right? Oh, here, book a thing for an appointment, right? Like, who's hosting this video?
QR codes are just basically links. Well,
right.
That's all they are, and you can make it for anything.
Okay, so again, who's hosting Captain Howard's confession video link?
Yeah. Fletcher.
I mean, well, okay. So my point is that you can't scan a QR code, and it opens up a random file on somebody's video folder in their computer.
You can.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay. So I'm stupid then.
You can have that link go to like an FTP or something, and
so that's not stupid to you then. See, I was making fun of this. So that's not stupid for somebody to scan a QR code and it goes to an encrypted video. That can happen.
that can happen. What's dumb about it for me again is having the QR code displayed in front of everybody. It's just like, no, someone in this day and age, is because they got there late too. By the way, there was already a lot of people there. Somebody obviously would have done that already.
Okay.
And took a picture of the QR.
I was complaining about the technology, but all right. But then Marcus, right? Fletcher gets murdered. That sucks, right? I liked Fletcher. He gets shot right in the face. A lot of people get shot in the face. Reminds me of a John Wick movie, right? And
Dude,
we get this.
Can I just say, hold on a sec, because there's a big reason. Because McGrath had told his main guy, who was just like, no, we don't want to kill them. A lot of dead cops will make up questions. And then proceeds to kill everybody else.
Kills Fletcher. Don't kill them.
Yeah, it's just like, you so many opportunities just to shoot those two. You had so many opportunities just to shoot the two cops who could have. And you know what? That's the weird thing about it is that you framed this cartel guy to make it seem like it was a double cross. You were framing Captain Howard in a horrible way, which Mike Lowry already exposed. You telling me that this guy, just like you said, a captain who does not know technology altogether, is now suddenly using his name to transfer cartel money? That's the dumbest thing ever. So why not kill these two cops and make it seem like they were in on it too?
That would make more sense.
Right? Instead of just letting them live, and it's just like, God. And then attempt to kill them in different types of ways, but never actually doing the. You tell me that you're going to take your van and try to run Mike Lowry over and then just drive past him. So what, you were going to kill him, but then you didn't just stop the car with your automatic rifles and then just shoot both of them on the ground? What the?
I have seen that in RoboCop, where they kick the back of the van open and they start shooting. Why couldn't they do in this movie? But this is where they get into Lethal Weapon 4 territory. I started to think a lot about Lethal Weapon 4. Now, that movie came out in 1998. Can I just explain something to you?
Of course.
How it boggles my mind. Okay? I remember when Lethal Weapon 4 came out in 98. We reviewed it. No, we didn't review it. We talked about it. But that movie came out 11 years after the first movie.
You're talking about that movie, Lethal Weapon?
Lethal Weapon.
The Christmas movie, right? Yeah.
Lethal Weapon 4 came out 11 years after the first movie, and it was marketed as These Old Guys, right?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
That's exactly what's happening in this movie, because here's Mike Lowry running. All of a sudden, things don't feel right, and he's having a panic attack. Who is this guy? This is supposed to be James Bond, the Bachelor, who's never going to settle down, and he somehow marries his physical therapist, and now he has panic attacks? Like, what are you? You're like Riggs. No, you're Murtaugh. You're too old for this stuff.
Too old for this stuff.
Right?
Yeah.
Like, that's what's happening right now.
Yeah.
This is bad.
Yeah.
It's so bad, it's amazing. It's just, wow. This is not the same character.
No.
What I mean is Will Smith. It's not the same character.
No, yeah, it's definitely gotten corny, and there's a lot of cameos in here too, and there's a lot of new characters. So obviously not just Christine, but also Captain Howard's daughter and granddaughter. His daughter Judy, played by Rhea Seehorn.
I thought that was the girl from Scream 4 until I watched it twice.
She's the girl from Better Call Saul.
Never seen the show. Did you see Michael Bay in the original?
Also,
Mike
I think she's in Franklin and Bash.
You see Michael Bay in the original Mike Lowry Porsche?
Yeah, I saw that Michael Bay.
I can't believe he actually was in this. I thought he was pissed that he wasn't doing it anymore.
That was a fun little cameo there.
Right. So they're bringing everything back from the sequel. And then they go and they say, hey, Armando just got a hit on him. We gotta extract him, no pun intended, and we got to move him to another area. We got to get approval. So then they get on the plane. I'm like, oh, okay, we're going to have a plane fight scene. This plane is ridiculous. So I'm giggling. James McGrath is on this plane. How? I don't know. Right?
Yeah.
Cuts the pilot's throat And then Marcus wakes up and he's like, something doesn't feel right. And then we get this ridiculous. It reminded me of Tom Cruise in The Mummy.
Okay.
It was just crazy. Like Marcus, who just came off of a heart attack, they're never, ever, ever going to bring back that Marcus had a heart attack. And this guy is being flung up, down, left, right, hitting hard surfaces on this plane as it's going down. Not once does this guy have a heart attack. Like, that's where you know this movie's bad. Because if you're going to introduce a character in the beginning that has a heart attack, and you're not going to follow through the rest of the movie, and he's being flung around in a plane, oh my God.
Well, he's already been in, like, after the heart attack, he's already been in, like, 3 other shootouts, too.
But not being flung around in a plane.
No, that heart attack was the only reason why he had that is to preface the joke that he's on a diet and that he can't eat junk food anymore. And so the rest of the movie, he's chasing junk food.
Right, and he can't die. And that's the funny thing, right? Because that's the first thing. I can't eat a Snickers bar. I had a heart attack. But I could be flung around a plane. No problem whatsoever.
In the middle of a shootout, he tries to eat a jelly bean.
Oh, and Kool-Aid comes down too.
And the Kool-Aid, yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
which I think everyone can share the same dislike for the black jelly bean. Nobody likes the black jelly bean.
I don't know. I've never had a black jelly bean, but Armando's locked in a cage. Oh, they're going to get him out or not. Oh, I'm getting nervous, right? The standard stuff. Armando, they get him out just in the nick of time, right? You know, and then he violently crash lands his plane.
He can fly a plane, by the way. He can fly because he said he used to deal drugs.
That was a stupid line. How do you know how to fly a plane? Now I'm a drug dealer. Crashes his plane in a pond. And Will Smith, who has panic attacks, and Marcus, who has a heart attack, fine. Completely fine.
Unscathed.
Right? Doesn't even worry
no seatbelt.
About nothing. Nothing. Just totally fine. While this is going on, we find out that Reggie from the sequel is a badass, and McGrath sends his people over to Marcus's house. And Reggie just murders these people John Wick style, and I loved it. This is amazing.
You're jumping around. You missed that. Oh God, hold on, because there's a comedy bit after they crash land. Then they go to the rednecks and they steal their clothes.
Oh yeah,
and that was a fun little thing. And then is this where they go to Tabitha?
Oh, that's right. They go to Tabitha, who's a stripper.
Yeah, played by Tiffany Haddish. And then she says, like, well, I'm going to get the bounty on you guys because there's a big bounty on you and I need that money. And so the bounty's on Dead or Alive. By the way, cameos by Jonah Lucas, who plays the gang leader. And that's when he says, bounty's Dead or Alive. Takes him outside, and then they get destroyed by none other than, you guessed it, DJ Khaled and his gang.
DJ, I love it too. These two directors, are they brothers? They're brothers, right? Aldi and Bala? Yeah, they're brothers. Maybe not. They burned DJ Khaled alive. Did you catch that?
Yeah.
They ran that guy over, squished him in between two cars, and then they set him on fire, which was amazing. Like, oh my God. She set him on fire. I love it.
I think they're just a duo, by the way.
Okay. Whatever they are, they're not good.
And they did Bad Boys for Life.
Yeah. This is the second time they've come back. Yeah.
Yeah, they've done some other ones, but yeah.
That's amazing. You're right, though. I was skipping over some action stuff because does it matter, right? Oh, they're on the run, and then Armando has the line of, welcome to my world. Your world of what?
Being a criminal.
You say that when they start dealing drugs like Scarface, then you say that line. They're just walking in the woods. That's all they're doing.
Yeah, the character was kind of weird the entire time, but Again,
was going to
very
turn.
very Fast and Furious, and he just kind of, there's a little heart to heart where he's like, "Did you ever love my mother?"
Yeah, and Will Smith's character clearly lies and goes, "Yeah, it did."
Of course,
God,
yeah.
I wanted to do the joke. I loved her as much as smacking Chris Rock across the face.
That's a pretty bad joke. You could have used that for another.
Yeah, I could have. That was terrible. That was really bad.
Just
Because
still
you know what? Because you know why? I thought about that the whole time when I watched this movie.
That you thought about Chris Rock the entire time you watched the movie?
I thought about the slap the entire time I watched this movie because, like, think about this, and I'm kind of dogging on Hollywood on this one. Will Smith walks up on stage and smacks a guy in the face, and somehow has a career afterwards. Wins the Oscar that night,
Yeah.
and gets total called out a year later in Chris Rock's special, and he still has a career. I'm flabbergasted.
Especially
like,
after
what-
he won the Oscar that night and then started to preach about loving each other.
Right. Like, I mean, when's this guy going to start parodying himself, and be like, yeah, I smacked Chris Rock? Like, when's this going to happen? But
Yeah, we'll see when that happens. I'm sure it's probably not going to happen.
not for a couple more years. It's going to happen in our
Let's see
lifetime.
what is he doing? Is he?
He's doing stuff.
Oh, sure, I know he does. He did Bad Boys. What upcoming stuff? The Council, Fast and Loose, Planes, Trains, and Automobiles.
What?
I Am
Oh.
Legend 2.
Oh, yeah, that's been in the works for like a decade, bud.
Yeah, they're remaking Planes, Trains, and Automobiles.
With him as John Candy or the straight?
God. Do you want to guess who it is?
He's playing John Candy?
He's just casted right now. Do you want to know who else is casted?
Who?
Kevin Hart.
So Kevin Hart is going to be the straight man, and Will Smith is John Candy.
I don't know. Kevin Hart is the comedy, so it might be that Will Smith, because he's the actor, so he might be the Steve Martin, and then Kevin Hart might be the John Candy.
He's producing and it's in post production the new Karate Kid right now.
Oh. The Cobra Kai though, the TV series.
Nope.
Yes.
Okay. Oh, is it? Okay.
Yeah.
It says 2025. Okay, so he's a producer on that. So yeah, I don't want to continue to go back. I'm just shocked that we're still with him after all the shenanigans that's happened. What do you think of Reggie being John Wick here? That was fun.
Yeah, sure. Like, listen, any part in this movie that's not in the main story is just a little bit of a joke, and this was just kind of a more of the joke, and it worked just because it added more action to the movie. It puts the family in danger, or at least Marcus's family in danger. But again, they're protected. He's saved the day, no problem. And it sets up the joke at the end when they have a barbecue. Very much, by the way, like Fast and Furious, when they have a barbecue at the end, family above all else. And that's all that is. It's just a setup. So
right.
it was fun. It was yeah. I'm having fun with it. Just like you said, like a lot of this, there's a lot more action than there was comedy, but because of that, it made the comedy shine a bit more. Just because it allowed that reset.
Well, let's get to the end of it here, right? So after this,
Yes,
right?
please, God damn.
So then McGrath goes and apprehends Howard's granddaughter and Mike Lowry's wife, and they're like, hey, standard, been there, done that, right? If you want to see these people alive, you got to do this. Been there, done that. We also find out that the new B Squad, whoever they are, this dude and this girl, Rita and Dorn, is that it?
Yeah.
They're now together. I guess there was a bra scene because they wants to show us that they're dating, which is great. Whatever, good for them. And they also find out that there's this woman who was a part of the police force. I don't know who her name is, but Will Smith trusts her, and she's dating the mayor dude, right?
Hold on a sec. I think you confused the women again, and that's fine because I know they're not white and
Right.
they all look the same to you. Uh, but Rita was Mike Lowry's ex, who is now we find dating the mayor Lockwood, and she's
Oh.
also the boss, the new captain.
Hmm.
Kelly and Dorn were the B squad, and they are together. Kelly, played by Vanessa Hudgens, by the way, who
Okay, I
I
know.
did not recognize until I looked her up and was like, oh, geez, well, good for her.
What?
But
Okay,
she's from your favorite High School Musical.
I don't know.
You sing
Okay,
the song all
continue.
the day, every day. To me, ladies and gentlemen, Jordan plays this. It's nothing but a High School Musical, all of them, all three of them, and what's that other one? The zombies and I don't know,
Yeah, absolutely.
Ghouls and
Abs.
Vampires on Disney Plus.
Ha 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 ha. I have no idea what you're talking about, but let's go with it, bud. So yeah, okay. So they're dating,
Ghoul
and
Vampire. Oh man, go ahead.
so Rita is dating the mayor dude, right? And he turns out to be dirty, right? So then they kidnap the mayor guy, and they have to go. I love it. I was so excited too because they're flying in the seaplane, right, to this abandoned amusement park, which of course McGrath is stationed at an abandoned amusement park. Why would he not be, right? And I got really excited, Eric. I actually perked up in my seat a little bit because Will Smith or somebody said, "Yeah, this is the home of the albino alligator," and I was like, "Oh, somebody's gonna get destroyed by an albino alligator. This is gonna be great." Like I was excited. I was excited for this end battle.
Oh, it's just called Zombies. One, two, three, and four.
Everything I just said went out your ear, didn't it?
I was looking up that. Yep. Talking about the alligator.
And how excited I was that somebody said this is the home of the
It's
albino
Dookie.
alligator.
Of course.
It was Duke.
Did you like how Marcus is like this redneck Jurassic Park?
Yeah, I loved it. I mean, at this point, this movie's trash. This movie's garbage. This movie's nothing but butter. And we get a great fight scene, right? And what I mean by great is why do they do this? Remember Doom, the movie? Remember this? There's a scene in this movie where they put the camera on Will Smith and we see the point of view of the gun. Why? Who cares?
Because it's some good camera work. And listen, that part in
That was
Doom
stupid.
was probably the only good part of that movie, just because it gave homage to the video game that it was making itself after. You know what? This entire movie had some pretty good action scenes in it. This being kind of one of them. Like it's just like you said, it's corny, but it was really cool. Like there's a lot of drone shots too. Did you notice in this movie that they did a lot like a camera like drone work in this?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I noticed that too. Like, but I just don't understand why we had to go like that Doom version of it. Because yes, I know that that's the best part about Doom, but that movie is still a piece of garbage, you know. And it's
Oh
like, oh,
yeah.
you know, so it's like it's not great. So I just don't understand why they did that for this movie. But I loved it. It was action. It was ridiculous. Of course, Marcus falls into Duke the alligator pit. Oh God, I loved it. You know, and then Duke shows up and his eyes roll back, and Marcus is like, "Oh, I can't die," and he gets destroyed. By the way, this alligator is freaking huge. It's like the jaws of alligators,
Yeah.
right? Or he's from the movie Alligator.
I was gonna say like Placid, but
Lake Placid, that's a great one, thank you. And this alligator chomps onto Marcus's arm and almost does a death roll, but Marcus gets out and he's completely fine.
yeah. Well, his arm got some scratches on it,
Scratch. Come on. He's,
and then he gets shot later too. By the way.
yeah, but he gets his arm gets completely destroyed by the albino alligator and he's fine. I loved it. Right? And then Armando gets just destroyed by henchman 1 and henchman 2. Don't know who they are. And then we get this crazy stupid scene of the granddaughter of Captain Howard going, "Oh my God, he saved me, so I loved him," and then because of not loved him, but "Oh my God, thank you,"
Mom,
and
don't
then
shoot him. He saved my life.
which is so stupid because then Captain Howard's daughter is like, "I'm gonna shoot this guy," and it's like, oh my God, so many questions. Like one, who is she? U.S. Marshal? The U.S. Marshals will now allow this person to be on the case for personal reasons, right? That would be a big red flag. Number two, or for her to go there and try to shoot him after he quote unquote saves her daughter is just ridiculous. It's just nuts. It's just bad. I'm sorry, I'm gonna say my one swear for the episode. It's batshit crazy.
No.
It's nuts.
Yes, correct. Like a lot of dumb stuff happens in this movie. Like
Right.
again, these two are cops, Miami cops,
Right,
and
just detectives.
yes, that explains the Porsche then, of course,
Uh-huh.
and how Marcus is trying to bribe Mike Lowry $2,000 to get him some snacks at the store. Like these two cops are obviously well paid. Everyone has guns, like and automatic guns. They have helicopters. Are flying everywhere outside of their jurisdiction and then just shooting up people. They're escorting prisoners now. So yeah,
This is Miami Vice, dude. This is Miami Vice.
Yes, of course it is. Yeah,
100% of Miami Vice.
This was, I swear, I think the inspiration for that Rick and Morty parody. They talked about two brothers, and the world is on fire, and a meteor is coming to Earth, and also there's zombies too that are coming up from the dead. And did I mention that there's dinosaurs as well too? They're back as well, and then they have to come, and then they shoot. Then there's cars everywhere. The two brothers save the world, and they time travel too. Yeah, it's these guys do everything.
Sounds like the plot to Scorcher. I hope you got that joke. You don't get that joke. So the mayor gets destroyed by the albino alligator, which was great, right? Somebody needed to be destroyed. But I don't like how the movie ends. Like, I don't like how McGrath, right? Because Marcus has this vision that he's on a beach, or he's in the basement of the ocean, as he says, right? And we got this driftwood hanging out. Like, Mike Lowry shoots him. And that's it. He just shoots him and he dies. Like, I would have rather McGrath getting destroyed by the albino alligator, not the mayor. That's the way to go.
Who at this point, who cares?
So the end of the movie is Marcus and Will Smith arguing over cooking chicken on the community grill because they're in a park, and there's Reggie that wants to cook his chicken or ribs or I don't know. And funny. I didn't know this. There's an after credit scene. Do you know this?
Yeah, I saw it.
I didn't see it. So, in a post-credit scene, the whole movie rewinds to the year 305 BC.
Yep.
Oh no.
And Mike Lowry is a donkey. And
alludes to one of Marcus's delirious ramblings to Mike from earlier in the film that Marcus is bringing along a donkey through the wilderness while berating it. And then the donkey pushes Marcus down, and Mike's voice can be heard interspeeded by the donkey's grunts, laughing and telling off Marcus.
Yeah. He's basically just like, "You a dumb donkey," and then the donkey pushes him over, or hits, and he says, "F you, Mike."
Seriously?
F you,
this
Marcus.
is in the movie?
Yeah.
This is in the movie?
Yeah.
Oh, that's almost a bag of kernels. Jesus Christ.
Well, go ahead and give it your butter.
Yeah,
butter
it's a bag of butter. This movie's a bag of butter, melted butter. This is garbage. This is trash. This is a very bad movie. It's not acted well. There's no story at all. There's no direction. The directors are just like Michael Bay. That's why Michael Bay's in this movie. It's let's blow stuff up and let's ask questions later. Like this is garbage. This is worse than Bad Boys 3, and I don't remember Bad Boys 3, so that's saying something. This movie's bad,
Yeah.
really, really bad. But I had a great time watching it because it was that crazy. So, introducing a brand new rating on this episode of Bag of Butter. Eric, your popcorn rating for Bad Boys, Ride or Die.
No, I agree with you, and I would have originally, if you not had introduced this, probably given it like a small bag with butter on top of it because it is a bad movie. But in the same part of like Fast and Furious, I'm having a good time with it. It is funny. It has those moments that do shine through, and they're have the characters in them, and it's fun for the most part. The cameos are silly and ridiculous. They had that one TikToker on there who did his
Oh,
cameo.
yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and I don't even TikTok, and I know the guy. But listen, it was enjoyable for what it was. It did a mid performance at the box office, $100 million budget, and it made 400 global. It barely made half of that domestic. So it's it says gross use in Canada coming up to 200. Opening weekend was 56.5. So,
Better than Crow.
yeah, it's fine. There's obviously I don't know, people do enjoy it. Like Martin Lawrence is still Martin Lawrence, and he's funny. Uh, Will Smith is hard to be taken seriously, and I think that's where we're at. Is like Will Smith likes to be this serious, dramatic actor, and it's like, dude, go play some comedy. Like we all liked Men in Black because you were comedy in Men in Black. Nobody else really liked Hancock because you were trying to be serious in Hancock. It's like play comedy. We all liked what's that movie with him and Kevin James where Hitch, right?
Oh, Hitch. Yeah,
Like
yeah,
you're
yeah.
you're charming, funny in that movie. It works, but it doesn't work in After Earth or with
Gemini Man.
or Gemini Man because you're taking yourself too seriously. I get that. It worked for Concussion. Concussion though is a real story. Pursuit of Happiness worked because again that's a real story. You're portraying something that's already happened, and so it helps when people know that this is actually kind of a serious thing. Although I will say that a lot of people, I got my South African accent from his movie in Concussion.
Yeah. Tell me the truth. That was terrible. So I'm back
You
of
are
butter.
going to get a hit on your head.
That's good. No, yeah, Bag of Butter, guys. I mean, we don't know if this review will ever, this rating will ever come back, but I don't want it to come back all the time. Kind of like a bag of kernels. It's kind of like a badge of honor, right? Like this movie,
It's
for me,
a
for the most,
dumb movie, but you're having a good time with it. Like
yes,
and again, it really is hidden Fast and Furious.
yeah, like it's not bag of kernels bad, where it's just like I'm not having a good time. Like I had a good time. So we hope you guys had a good time listening to this episode, though. Check us out at movieguyspodcast.podme.com. Wherever you get your podcast from, we are on that platform as well. Eric, thanks so much for joining me. And we'll be back next Thursday, like always, for another awesome episode. Have a good night.
We'll see if
I'll be back on schedule. I got to be on schedule. I have to be right on 7:30. I'm so sorry.
yeah, like you're asking a lot here already
Yeah.
because this is like prime time Nora's bedtime, by the way, too.
I'm
Shit.
sorry. You being serious? Am I a bad guy here?
Yeah. You kidding me? The worst.
Why am I a bad guy?
Because you put it right during bedtime.
Is that a bad thing?
And it's like I just gotta go. Mwah, good night, Dad's gotta go. Talk about movies for an hour and a half now.
Okay.
Dad's gotta do more important things. Than put you
Okay.
to bed, sweetie.
I see how it is.
Sorry. Listen, I've known you for longer. I understand.
No, it's bull crap. I ain't gonna deal with this.
I'm just saying.
I'm just saying this is nonsense.
I'm just saying.
It's nonsense. And that hurts my feelings.
You asked, I answered.
I don't know if you're serious or not.
I'm here. I'm here doing it live.
Yeah, look, how long are we going to do this for? Because you're going to get mad at me one day. You're going to say, no, I don't want to do this anymore, bud. Right? And then we're going to go back to the way it used to be. And then 3 years later, be like, hey, bud, we should go live again.
No, I don't think. Listen, I already told you that if people watch, we get views live, then that's one thing. That's fine. But I don't think there's anyone. It's just going to be you, me, possibly Sarah, and whoever else.
Well, anybody else. Oh, you had to sneeze. It's live.
Excuse me. Did that sneeze mute?
Yeah, it did.
Good. I don't want to pick that up. I tried to mute it, right at the moment.
I'm sorry. I've learned my lesson, and next Thursday I will chime on at 7:25, 5 minutes before we go live.
Saying, listen, no, doing a half hour pre-show live is one thing, but we could pre-record it, and then you could upload it. That's great. Or just, you know what? Do a half hour pre-show, and then do the whole hour of us talking about a movie or whatever, and then upload that. Because who the hell's going to tune in for a half hour live show?
I don't know. You're kind of making me feel bad now. I think you're super, super serial.
I'm not trying to make you feel bad, bud.